Hey, today we are going to make strawberry jam and raspberry jam from berries that I have picked right from a local farm. I don't know where my raspberries are though. Oh, they're sitting on the counter. Well, you'll see them when we wash them. So the first thing we're going to do is wash the fruit in a little bath to help get all the extra dirt off. So it's just a mixture of lime and baking soda. So let's get started. There you have it, raspberry and strawberry jam made fresh from freshly picked berries. Just on my way to collect the eggs from the chicken coop today, and we're supposed to see how many we got. This hen is brooding, so she's a little bit more aggressive maybe than the rest of the chickens. But over here, we have a whole bunch of eggs to collect. Now we can take all these eggs inside and then we can wash them. So today we're going to be talking about expanding our garden beds. So this is a garden bed, and the point of it is to raise it up off the ground so it is easier to reach and to garden into, but it also helps cut down on the weeds. So this is what they look like. Right now we have 3 that are just outside the house, and we'd like to add, I think, about 10. So we're gonna sit down and talk about where they're gonna go, how many we're going to have, and what's gonna be in them. Okay, so what are you thinking?
So this is the driveway, and this is where the chickens are, and this is the house.
We're here in the house.
Right, and these are the 3 that I have out there now. And I'd like to keep these 2 in potato, and I'd like to do all just carrots in one. Carrots are difficult to thin out, and they're difficult to sort out the seeds. So I'd just like to do a whole bed in carrots. And then I'd like to have Bill build us.
Ooh, strawberries.
Just strawberries.
A whole garden of strawberries.
Yeah, and a whole thing of garlic, a whole thing of beets. I know you don't like beets, but I do, so a whole thing of beets. Then I'd like to do a whole thing of Brussels, cauliflower, and broccoli. And then, you know, I've got my big flower garden up here with all my lilies and hostas and the peonies and everything. I'd like to try some raised beds with tulips, peonies. Ranunculus I don't know that I can grow here because of our zoning.
I don't see any lettuce on here.
Ah. I guess we'll have to put in another one. Now this area is getting quite large, and maybe it should be moved over to this area.
Well, that's what I think, because that's where we had the garden like a long, 15, 20 years ago.
Yes.
And I just think it's a good spot.
Well, it is
This
because
is kind of your front yard.
it is, and there's multiple reasons I'm trying to do this. Is one, it's fun to do the gardens. It provides food, and if we don't use it, we can take it to the shelter in town. But it also cuts down on using the lawnmower and reducing our carbon footprint. So that's
Same
important to
thing
me.
applies over here, though.
Well, absolutely. So if we want to take this whole thing and move it to this other side of the driveway, we've certainly grown over there before, and with raised bed gardening, the quality of the soil over there is fabulous anyway. But with raised bed gardening, we just take the manure from the barns and fill them so that they're.
Well, let's go outside and look at this area and look at this area.
Okay.
So we're back outside. This is the raised garden beds here. So we have these 3, and this is going to be potatoes, and carrots, right? And corn. There's corn there too. So you were thinking here.
Yeah, I was thinking that I'd like to have 9 more. Yeah, 9 more. So 3, 6, and 9 would take us only to the edge of the deck.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That whole area there. So it wouldn't be a huge space, but it is definitely eating into the front yard. So let's go over there and look at option number 2.
Yeah, I think by the time we put in another bed here, it would probably come out as far as this. But then in the wintertime, sometimes I like to turn my car and make this a bobby pin driveway, and so that would wipe out that option. I wouldn't be able to do that.
So what we're thinking now is this area over here. Which is kind of behind the barn and on the other side of the driveway. So where we've just come from is over there. And now we're over here. And we would use this area, which is a little bit more hilly. Like there's definitely a slope there.
Which isn't a problem when you're using raised beds.
No. So I like this spot better.
I do too, and there's plenty of room to expand the garden space in this area as opposed to.
Yeah, because you could go from 9 to like 20. You could fit in this area.
100 in this space. I would certainly have more than I could garden. So I think I'll I'll just have him move. As soon as I harvest that, I'll have him move those squares over here, those beds over here. But in the meantime, I'll have build us some more, and we'll start planting those because garlic has to go in
In the
next month.
fall? Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll, over the next month, I'll get him to build the other ones and bring them over here, and then we can start with them next year.
I'm so glad it's starting to rain. It's so humid today.
Yes, it's very humid. Yeah, I'd like to get the tulips and the peonies and the hostas all have to go in now in the fall time. So it would be smart to get Bill to build them now.
Yeah, I like it. I think this is where we should do it.
Okay, sounds good to me.